I want to talk about uh, the lion, the white lion ancestral cloth, the noise of the cars passing by. Okay. And the black lion ancestral cloth. I know this has got other animals, but we're concentrating on the lion. And the guinea fowl, but the black and white guinea fowl. But since I don't have the black and white with me, so I'm using this color. So, hak. I'm going to talk about the black and white haka. And we're going to talk about the Palo cloth. And the bee. Okay. But are you able to hear? Are you able to hear me? Anyway, the white lion ancestral cloth, we're talking about the student here. You, as a healer, being the student of your ancestors with the white lion ancestral cloth, right? What does it mean for you in your spiritual path? What does that mean for you? If you see your ancestors showing you that you are their student, you are the student. So that means you should be able to become fully a student of your own ancestors. So information, direction you should be able to hear it from your people. That means you are, as an initiate or as a healer, the student of your ancestors. That is you, the student, the healer student of your ancestors. Now, that is the white lion ancestral cloth. Now, remember I'm using this is for too many other animals, but I'll concentrate on the lion. We will try and concentrate on the lion head. The black ancestral cloth, the lion ancestral cloth. So that means you, as a healer, you become the teacher. You can't see this and think that it is just, they're just showing you this black ancestral cloth for just nothing. That means they're telling you that you are ready to become a teacher, meaning that you will have a student of your own. This one, you are the student of your ancestors. This one, you become the student, the teacher. Right? Meaning that the same way as your ancestors were teaching you there, with this white lion ancestral cloth, you become the teacher with your students, right? You teach, you guide others. Right? I'll put it simple as the student of your ancestors, you become the teacher. All right. Now, the black and white, this one, haka, the black and white haka or the black and white guinea fowl. That means you become the detective. You become the detective. Once they show you this, you can't be shown things or someone coming to you with something and you just say, this looks like it could be this. No, you become the detective. You have to find the root cause of something and why something has happened and what can you do to stop it from happening in future. Like serious detective. Like you don't take things at face value. You become like a serious detective for anything that you're dealing with. That is the black and white Guinea fowl, right? You become the detective. Now, shorter. Now, therapist, the therapist. Remember that as healers we are, like a psychologist, right? Indigenous. Now, if you were to use this, the therapy blanket, like this, it means that you're gonna be going, like personally going on a personal therapeutic journey. It's gonna be a one-on-one thing, like you're dealing with. Your people are showing you this. That means you will be going on serious healing, right? You're gonna be going through some serious healing that they're gonna be taking you on. That is the Palo growth. So what it just means is that there are too many ways of looking at issues. So they'll find the best way to look at the issue that they will be dealing with you, your personal issue, right? So they will take you on that journey with this ancestral cloth. They will show you how to use it. They will show you how to go in all different portals that needs to be looked into properly in detail so that they can help you heal properly, nicely, right? That is this. And they will show you how to look at individual problems or issues that are deep that needs to be looked at in your personal life, right? I'm talking about you, not others, you. That will be you using this therapeutic Dipalo cloth. Now, the blue Njeti, the protector. The protector. Now, this one, when they're showing you, it is very good, that they show you this. The protector has arrived. You'll be protected. Now, so all you just need to do is make sure you wear it, because you'll be protecting yourself against the things that they'll be showing you, or the things that are being revealed to you, or the people who are coming through to you, or when you're transing, or when you're dealing with other people around you as a healer. So if we were to put it round, nicely rounded, so we'll say the blue Njeti, the protector, the Palo cloth, the therapist, the black and white Guinea fowl, the detective, the white lion, you, the student of your ancestors, the black lion ancestral cloth, you becoming the teacher to others, guiding others, helping others see their path, right? That is rounding it up. Now, that is just that, isn't it? Now, when we go into the detective work now, we're going to use the black and white to explain the issues that happen in our spiritual path, that sometimes ancestors, they want to become a detective, right? To deal with issues that are deep, deep within, right? So we're going to use an example with the Guinea fowl, right? The Guinea. Remember that the Guinea fowl means that you, as a healer, you cannot look at things at face value and leave them as such and just say that is it. You've seen Ndawe, Andile, you've seen things, they've shown you things, and you leave it at that. But can you hear me there? Or am I just talking to myself? Can you hear me there? Do I sound all right? Or, so, detective. Now, when we are dealing with real life issues and they are being shown to us spiritually in the dream state, that means we have to become the detectives in real life. So you're shown something. Let's say in the dream state, your people, of someone in real life that you know of, and someone that you know in real life is, let's say, I'm just going to play a scenario. Someone is beaten by a dog, right? A dog bite someone in the dream state, and you see an ancestor that you know of that person, and they behave strangely like that. It's nothing related to the dog. The dog bites someone, and then the scenario continues, and then you see that ancestor behaving in a strange way, like bringing out a different kind of you can see they're not well. This is someone who died. Someone who's living is being beaten by a dog in the dream. Someone who died is shown behaving in a strange way, right? Strange way, but you know that when I'm saying strange way, it means that uh, uh, certain certain diseases they bring out. I am also facing challenges with my Mandawi spirit. I've noticed it now that I don't know what to do next. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm using Mandawi, so we can help each other. Is still with us. Is in the dream state, and the ancestor that someone who has passed on is shown in the dream state behaving strangely. After the dog bite, the ancestor behave strangely. Now, excuse me, the detective says we're supposed to find out the root cause of something. Why is a dog biting someone in the dream state? Now, as a detective, you have to go out. Now you're reflecting on what you were being shown in the dream state. Now, remember in real life, some dogs are, yes, they are aggressive, or some dogs, they are not. But sometimes they will bite without, they'll just behave as dogs will behave, right? They'll just do that. Now, the detective will do the right thing, right? You have to find out in real life what will create a dog to behave in such a way that it does, especially if it is your dog. Why will your dog that always behave normally just behave all of a sudden, just bite you, bite its owner? What will create that? Right? And you're thinking dream state. Now you're being detective and using real life what you know about the behaviors, dogs' behaviors, and in real life with their owners. Now, what will it behave like that? You've been feeding it, you've been doing everything necessary that you're supposed to do with it as an owner, and all of a sudden it just bites you, right? Because it's unpredictable, isn't it? Some dogs they're unpredictable. They can just bite their owners. One small move, a bite, and it could be a bite that leaves a wound that, even though you treat it, you always see that it left a mark that you're gonna be dealing with. It's just gonna be there, right? You can't do any surgery on it to correct it. It is just gonna be there. That is real life, right? Now, in the dream state, I was talking about that after the dog has beaten someone, you've seen the ancestor that you know is behaving in a strange way, like they are not well. Let's just put it as they're behaving like someone who is not well. Now, the dog was used as a messenger to bring the message to the issue that the ancestor is showing you in the dream state, right? Now, I'm just going to bring awareness to a hereditary disease, right? Remember, hereditary disease, a dog bite, it affects you, right? It affects you. And then if it's not dealt with, that means it's going to be something that can be really bad for you, or something that can be managed, right? The message was that there was something that the dog was bringing to your awareness. And then the ancestor who was behaving strangely was showing you what it is that you're supposed to look at. Now, as a detective, that means I'm just giving you an example with, let's say there are some in the family, there are some hereditary diseases like diabetics and stuff like that. You know, you've got an ancestor, you've got someone who died, and you know that they died, they had that diabetic, obviously, it went far and it created issues that became like uncontrollable, and then that was the end. And remember that some of these diseases are, you know, they go generation to generation. You'll be getting that, you know, the mother to a child, grandchildren, things like that. It becomes hereditary, right? Bloodline needs to be managed. But sometimes, as a detective, you need to find out why certain things like that are appearing to us like that in the dream state. Why certain things are appearing like that in the dream state? Why do ancestors use certain things like this to make us aware of things that they dealt with that are still affecting the family, especially when it comes to diseases that affect generation to generation? Now, I was just giving you an example of the detective, the ancestral, the guinea fowl doing detective work to find out why will a dog bite its owner, and why will an ancestor behave in a strange way, showing the signs of what they're trying to bring to your awareness, especially when it comes to diseases within families. Right? So they might do that. Those dog bites sometimes they come with information that is more of a bloodline issue that families need to deal with. Certain things needs to be dealt with, like the person who's been bitten by a dog. You need to look at them properly and look at the root cause. What could have created that dog bite, and why would the dog bring that message of the bite? And how can we manage it? Because we don't want those dogs to keep on biting others, the cycle to continue, because some bite, they are really bad, isn't it? Meaning that if we don't deal with them, because remember this is a spiritual message, if in physical terms, if we don't look at it properly, we might end up misdiagnosing people with things that are not there, when it is something that is related to something that can be managed, right? I was just giving an example with the detective, as a detective healer, with the guinea fowl. Okay, Andile is talking about Mandawi, the challenges of Mandawi and Mandawi spirits. Okay. Okay, let me use this one. All right. So, what is the challenges? Because it's easier to talk about things that we know what we're talking about, so we can help each other deal with the challenges that we are facing with Mandawi spirits. They are not supposed to be difficult. Mandawi spirits are not supposed to be difficult, right? We need to see how we can help each other as living people. Tobela Kulufelo, still lost. It's very depressing. Well, I am here. I am here. I'm here. You know, the reason why I'm here is that we don't get too depressed. So we talk to each other. So you don't feel alone. And I'm doing what they do, like what they call it, Warabela Letsatsi, meaning that I'm getting all that vitamin, all the vitamin D's, so that I can harness you nicely there. All right. The blues stop coming, sister. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, we are here to deal with spiritual issues so that we don't feel isolated. Some of us, when we are dealing with the spiritual issues, We are not meant to be around others, so we go away so we can deal with those issues and look at the problems properly. But some, we need to be talking to others, right? So I am here. And it's just nice. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you, Riz. It is unfortunate that you're going through some things, um, but I'm here. I am here, and I hope I'm back. I'm totally back. You know, I hope I'm back as I'm supposed to be. That I can share my light as well. But when the light is fading, I have to be away so I can try and light, put the light on again, ignite it. And now that it's ignited, I'm here. So use me. You know, I know that when I say use me, people start thinking that I'm saying use me in a West way. But use me for me is the most beautiful thing that you can do as a spiritual person when you gosh, is this hmm, it's the problem of looking at yourself. Ooh, I like the sound of the waves. Using me means that this is the time that I have. Instead of using me like any other way, it's the time that I have. So, from what you're dealing with and what I could help you with, what I'm saying, what I can help you with the knowledge that I have, the experiences that I've gone through in my spiritual path, I can share, and somehow it will help you as well find comfort. That is what this is all about. Uh, you don't see me here and start not wanting to say things. You see me here, that means you're using me. My energy, that means I've got the energy to share. What should I do, sister? I'm begging for help. Uh, it's different, isn't it? If you want someone to help you in your spiritual path, is a different thing. But some things we can get a little bit of help like this, right? Like this. Other things you need your people needs to guide you towards someone who can deal with you on a personal level, kind of thing. Individually, I mean, but as a community, use this communal, right? Communal. Is that the right word? Uh, Session, as in use as much as you can. Like drink a little bit from it. If we are using metaphors, right? We use a little bit from it. But remember that your people are always going to be there with you. So frustrations, they happen to all of us. Not all of us, most of us. Uh, uh, when I'm saying frustrations, because I'm coming from the frustration, the most biggest frustrations ever in my spiritual path. So they happen to a lot of us, even when we think we know. So they happen and then they are dealt with. You sometimes see us here, sometimes you don't see us because we are too frustrated with our spiritual things. So we are unable to come and deal with spiritual things, but we are surviving in other departments. Thank you, Gogo, for the platform. Indeed, we are we are lost. Oh, why is this like this? Is that better? Okay. Togozana, I have been shown Govela like where to go, but I don't know when is the right to go. So I'm confused with Kiena. I'm also scared to go. Uh, well, if they show you someone, that means, and it is a must that you go. That one you know you'll go. Sometimes you will feel it within you'll feel it that something has to be done. Uh, Sometimes when we are in doubt, it's because, yes, it's not yet time. But I'll tell you because I work with energy, right? Um, the ancestral energy is very strong, especially when they want you to do something and they've given you information and you keep on holding out later. They start in like the energy, you start feeling it like it's like there is something pulling you somewhere. Like you can't be settled. It's like being like the energies you feel that something has to be done. Energy around you. Someone has to be called. Like you have to make that call. The energy around you. You have to be in a particular place. The energy around you. Like you feel it, like there is a force around you. You need to do this. But if it's not there, that means it's not your time. It's not your time. It's just sometimes they show you because, of course, your stress. They show you that we are fixing things. You're gonna go to someone like that. This is where you're supposed to go. This is someone we are leading you towards. But things are still worked on. We are still fixing the road, right? Basa bulela ditsela. That's what we will say. Basa bulela ditsela, right? Still making things easy for you spiritually, that when you get there, even the healer that you get there, because they might show you the healer, they might still be working on showing the healer as well that you're coming. So the healer will be like there waiting around. What is happening with this person I've been shown? How come they haven't come here? Right? How come they haven't come? Right? And then your people start now, because the healer as well is waiting and wondering with their people, what's happening? You show me someone and someone hasn't come. What is this? Then your people go back to your ancestors. Your ancestors start making you feel the feels, like you need to make a move, right? Then you go. Togoza. Okay. Oh, I'm repeating myself. Okay. Yeah. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It has to be done. Uh, when it has to be done, it will have to be done. Sometimes we just have to wait, wait until we're guided. Otherwise, right? And sometimes it might be that remember, things changes anyway. Spiritually, things changes. Your people might show you to go somewhere, and then by the time you were supposed to go there, someone things have changed there where you're supposed to go. So your people have to hold you back as well, right? They have to hold you back. Uh, they do that. Okay. I'm tired of interpreting, sister. Sometimes I don't sleep for days. And uh, when I don't know how far you are spiritually, but from what you've been sharing, looks like your things they're working fast, isn't it? Um, this happens to this happens a lot spiritually. Uh, Let me think about. Okay, it happens a lot at the beginning of the journey where they're showing you things. Sleeping, we sleep. Some of us we really forcing it, but you just know that you're at school, you're learning. You're learning and studying. In the dream state, you're studying. In the waking state, you're reflecting. And if not reflecting, you're trying to talk to your people to discuss what it is that they will show you. So it becomes like your sleep patterns is affected. Now, this is the beginning. I'm giving you an example with how it was like for me. And in between as well, when there are other people as well coming in, sometimes it can go for a month or so. They're coming and introducing themselves and how they work and stuff like that. Yes, you can go through sleepless nights as well, where you're working with them. They're trying to work with you, process things. So that means you're sleeping, they wake you up because they have to write their dreams. They have to explain their dreams to you. Your sleep becomes interrupted. And there comes a time as well when you're growing as well spiritually, especially when you're going through ascension, energetic ascension. Sleep. Sleep is something else. That one. So, but that as well, that this is happening because of this. It's not just because of anything else. But sometimes even stresses, stresses can create, changes in your sleep patterns. If you're stressed, if you're not happy about certain things, you'll not sleep well. But spiritually, we know that the good thing about spirituality is that you need to observe what it is that is being shown to you, that is affecting your sleeping state. What is it that is being revealed to you, especially if they're healing you? Healing means obviously going to be a lot of things are going to stress you, because a lot of things that are going to be revealed is you have to look at them. Facing means that even before you go to sleep, sometimes it's just going to be like stressing about what they're showing you, or things that you need to work on yourself to heal whatever that it is that you're healing. It's going to affect your sleep, because why is this happening, why did this happen, and things like that. And those things, they affect the way you sleep, isn't it? And then you have to sleep for an hour or two. When you're trying to sleep, more issues that your people are revealing. You understand? So those things affect you, but you must know that you're in the process of healing. Process of healing means that certain things, they're going to make you feel like that. Certain things, they're going to make you sleep like that. Certain things, they're going to make you feel so alone. Certain things, they're going to make you feel isolated. Right? As in what I'm talking about, alone. So isolation means that you're not going to be wanting to be around others. There are different isolations. Some isolation, you have to be around people, like the way I'm offering myself here. That means even though you're isolated, you have someone you can come here and talk about spiritual things. But some isolation, you can't come here and talk to me about your spiritual things, because you have to ask yourself from me, right? I mean that you have to go organic. You cannot come here and be listening to me sharing information that is going to mess you up. You understand that you don't need to hear. So that means you isolate yourself from everyone. That is a total isolation, which is a lot of us go through. Anyway, where was I? Okay, I was answering reads. Okay. Kulval is saying, I'm confused with the alignment of the energies. When to do it? Will they show you if it is time? Explain more. Will I be able to share that? Explain more. I was trying to. Gosh, I was doing this video as in, like, you can talk to me in person, but somehow I don't know. Um, with the alignment of the energies, when to do it, will they show you if it is time? Explain the alignment of the energies, because we're talking about too many different things. Energy alignment, there are too many things. You're aligning your energy for what reason, and what is it that you're aligning? You understand? What is it that you're aligning? Are you aligning the energies with your ancestors? Is that you're talking about the alignment, or are you talking about the alignment of energies when you're spiritually going further up? So that means your energy have to be pushed up and align with where you're supposed to be, the level that you're supposed to be. Um, uh, Explain more. Because we're talking about too many different energies. Even aligning with water spirit is aligning your energy with the energy of the water spirit. So it is different. Aligning the water spirit with yourself is different from aligning with your ancestors. Sometimes they come the same, as in you can align the two at the same time with you. Sometimes it depends. Spiritual alignment is different, especially when it comes to energy. When you go past the ancestors, then we're talking about a different kind of energy alignment. All right, so explain more so that we talk about it. So I can talk about something that I understand whether I'm talking about, we're talking ancestral or we're talking about past ancestors as in alignment. Oh, I actually can talk about it with this, with the ancestral cloth that I'm holding. Uh, uh, Aligning the energies as you being the teacher, or aligning the energies of you being the student of your ancestors, or aligning the energies as in dealing with energies that are uh, too big for your energies to deal with. Uh, Interesting stuff. Ndawe Caravella. Ndawe. Yes, we are here, meaning that I'm here, and if you need spiritual advice, I'm here. We'll talk about it. I have time, and I'm enjoying this song. So that means I can share the light with you, right? I can share this beautiful, beautiful sunshine with you. Yes, the sun has come out. Yesterday I was cold, freezing. But today, as you can see, it's beautiful weather. And I can hear someone is boiling water. I'll do with coffee. Uh, yes, excuse me. Even though I'm drinking something else. If I was not doing this, I would have been sitting here and listening to the bird sounds and just like this, just getting the vitamin D from the sun. If I was not doing this live session, but I thought I would just give myself, be of service as well. Uh, you know, in case I'm needed. I'm dealing with energies that are too big for me. I wasn't aware what was going on in the beginning, and I became aware I was far ahead and backwards with my ancestors. Okay, that's interesting. Backwards with your ancestors. That's interesting. Yes. Uh, yes. So the thing that as spiritual people, which I didn't know before I went through this kind of energies that I didn't understand, uh, I didn't know that there are. I know that energy is different, isn't it? Each stage is different. But when it comes to uh, ancestors and going further up spiritually, uh, meaning that when you're operating too far, you know, on your spiritual journey, and then you have to come down, come back to the ancestors, like understand ancestors as well, especially when they caught you when you were far ahead in your spiritual path. Uh, it can be hectic. It can be hectic. It can be hectic. Uh, Imagine flying high up there, dealing with those kind of energies that are too heavy, and have the pull down of the ancestors with their issues that they see that you can help with, and being pulled backwards, uh, um, being pulled backwards, it can be hectic for one to deal with. But you always will know how to deal with it, because if they come approach you, that means you'll be able to deal with it. Um, but what do I prefer? What would I prefer myself as a healer? If will I prefer to be if I was on a journey, let's say I came back into this reincarnation and uh, already with a lot of information that I know, my spirit has gone too far, as in learning and stuff like that. And I'm here now. And obviously, before I reincarnate, the ancestors would have seen that I'll be of help. But then I forgot. I'm here living and spiritually zooming up there. And then all of a sudden, your ancestors start coming in with the information like, help us deal with this, help us deal with that, help us deal with this. Do I prefer that path, or do I prefer the path where you're spiritually like a small child and you have to grow, and ancestors you're growing as the ancestors, they meet you when you're still a child and you grow with them, and you get to the stage where energetically you become too high for them. Even them, they have to grow, isn't it, spiritually? But you become too high for them in this timeline. So you leave that bit. Your energy is heavy for them. So they have to find other people with the energies that correspond with yours. So you can explore. So which one would I choose? And I'm going to your thing, Kulufelo, about energies, right? Uh, which one would I prefer? I think I would prefer uh, being up there and walking backwards to the ancestors, because at least there you're up there, but you're just going down to understand the the small issues of the ancestors, and then deal with it, and then you go ahead. Now, when it comes to the because that is like you're up there, then you have to go in a decline mode, isn't it? It's like you're up there, then you have to go down, meet your people, deal with the issues, then move up again spiritually. So it means that when it comes to energies level, that means your energies is like you going down. That means they are pulling you down. I'm talking about energy wise. They are pulling you down. That means the heaviness of pulling something that is up there, pulling it down, is different from the energies of someone who's and being pulled going up. I'm talking about energies here, right? Uh, you understand? There is the fall, there is the pull, right? The pull and the push. Which one do you prefer, as in energy wise? Do you prefer to be pushed? I mean, pulled, or do you prefer to be? Anyway, let's not take it there. I think I skipped some steps. Okay. Uh, I don't think people skip steps. I don't think you skip steps. Some people are just born. They are like really spiritually mature. They are like that. They're like that. For me to be able to go into to go high up in my spiritual path, I met someone who was already mature. So I was like shocked. I was thinking, how come someone so mature, spiritually mature, and they have to, like the ancestral beat is like taking backwards road and stuff like that. But it is people like that are needed for us. People like that are needed for us. Like you are needed for someone else. You understand? Like if you are like spiritually too mature and you have to go backwards to your ancestors, that means you're gonna be going backwards, and then you're gonna be pulling someone who is downwards and pulling them upwards. So everything has got a positive thing to it. So look at it in a positive way, because I've dealt with someone like that and it was beautiful. For me, for them, I think it is beautiful for them now. They think it is now. But yeah, some people are like that. They're there to come down so that they can pull some of us along. You understand? So it happens. So it's not about missing steps. It is just that sometimes we go back. The same way as when we are at universities, in those school universities. I mean, when we are in dream universities, and then the next thing you know, sisters have taken you to primary school. You're dealing with primary issue stuff while you're up there, and you actually seeing yourself as a professor in university. And the next thing you're there sitting down in grade one, learning with grade one students, trying to say like the vowels, like learning from the beginning. Like, what the hell is this? Why am I like up there? I'm teaching about science, scientific things, chematic things there. And then the next thing I see myself learning to say, yeah. Spirituality, isn't it? Depending on your life lessons, uh, is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Uh, it's just we are always there are always people that are there for us, and you are there for someone else. You understand? So it's a beautiful an exchange if you look at it deeply in that way. I think I've explained it in the video about the spiritual levels, what you're talking about. Uh, Someone who's high up there and they have to go down to deal with small issues. You know. Um, and people like that, it can be hectic for healers. It can be hectic for healers. The people with heavy duty energies. It can be hectic for the healers who are still have to go up, right? Uh, you bear with us, and we bear with you. Uh, it's a beautiful journey. This. Oh, I'm starting to feel like it's getting cold. Oh gosh, yeah. So that is what it is. Uh, it is what it is, isn't it? And thank you, Gogo. I understand. In that way, that is what we are here for, to make the path easy for all of us. And so it's all right, isn't it? Being outside, because I thought the noises of passing by on the road to disturb this session, but it looks like it is all right. So if it gets hot and hot, I think I'll be outside. It's nicer, apart from disturbance of the things falling into my teeth, and so yes. And when it comes to uh, the energies, um, the heavy energies, and uh, the language when you are in that high frequency kind of level. It's hectic there. It's hectic. Um, it's hectic. The alignment, meaning that you have to help force the alignment, meaning that it's not like the same as when you are in the low frequency level of uh, consciousness of the ancestors. Meaning that the ancestors have to be pushing you towards the energies. They'll be pushing you towards where you're supposed to be going. So alignment can be easy because you have too many people working together to help you get to the energy level that you're supposed to be in, as in to align with whoever that you're supposed to align with. But when you're high up there and you're dealing with heavy energies, actually you find that it can create lots of kind of like a spiritual depression. Not depression that I'm too depressed, spiritual depression, because there are too many energies. Like you're operating, you are in this timeline, the physical timeline, and most of your energy is spent on a spiritual timeline. Do you understand what I mean? You are in too many timelines at the same time, trying to work around trying to work into aligning the timelines with the timeline that you're in, right? We're talking about people who goes into other timelines at the same time as, like do I need to talk about this now? I think I'll talk about this another day. When I'm talking about timelines, um, like I wish the inner could make it easier. Okay. When I'm talking about timelines, uh, the difficulties with what I'm being taken by Ritz. Ritz, what is it? What is it? When when you're operating with heavy energies, right? Heavy energies, it's difficult um, to deal with the energies of this timeline. Let's say, gosh, I don't want to talk about this topic because I don't think I like talking about it. Not yet. I feel like I'm forced to talk about this topic, the parallel realities, uh, because it's pulling me reality. And some inside us. Yes, yes. Thanks, Ruth. You're taking us backwards. I'm talking when I'm saying backwards. I'm talking about back to reality. But uh, you know, let me just give you an example with me because let me just use this session as well to heal myself. Right? When I was in my going through this Sanusi phase, I was at the middle of it, dealing with whatever that it was that I was dealing with. I was seeing myself operating a lot, seeing myself a lot in a different timeline, like not the timeline that is close to the timeline that I'm in, this physical reality, right? If I were to go back to using my ancestral knowledge from the previous knowledge of, like an out of body experience, it is different. Then it was an out of body experience where your body is going and it's going into the reality that you're supposed to be in, right? And then you come back, and with the knowledge that you've gained, you come back and uh, share it with others, right? That living this physical reality into a different spiritual realm. That is how I used to talk about it, as in, because I was talking about ancestors, the other realms. Now, when you leave that, you start talking about realities and timelines, and whether you are operating, your energy is spent more on which timeline does your energy spend time in. I think I'll talk about it. I was just trying to talk to qualify about the energies, but we'll talk about it at another time. Today we are trying to stay in the timeline that we are in, so we don't lose each other, so we can pull each other along. Okay. Right. Emma Ndahuem, how to deal with spiritual attacks from family members. In what way? What kind of attacks? What kind of spiritual attacks? Explain the attacks so that we talk about certain attacks the right way. Let's talk about it properly. Let's just not generalize what it is that you're dealing with the families. Am I? Should I face this way or face this way? I think I'm starting to squint a lot. Is this better this way? Will I stop doing what I'm doing with my eyes? I think I'm better like that. Yeah. You. Uh, and we will use the courtesy of the Guinea fowl to dig deep into family issues. We become detectives. Uh, Destiny exchange, manipulation, and witchcraft. Destiny exchange, manipulation, and witchcraft. Uh, I don't know what destiny exchange is. It's like meaning that people changing the way that it's supposed to go in your path, uh, where you're supposed to be getting to. Manipulation meaning that people using some kind of witchcraft as well can be manipulation, isn't it? Some kind of witchcraft to manipulate and stuff like that. Uh, Now, what are you doing about it yourself? Uh, What are you doing about it yourself? What is it that your people are showing you that is giving you all this information about your family? Uh, what are your people showing that is telling you that it is destiny exchange, lot of manipulation and witchcraft from your family? MA, I'm asking you, from your own ancestors, from God, what is it that you're being given to become aware of things that are happening in your family, as in this kind of destiny exchange, manipulate, you're being manipulated, and there is witchcraft. Uh, how to deal with that? Um, it is difficult for me to say you deal with this like this, you deal with this like this, because it's, manipulation can happen in different ways. Manipulation can some people, they manipulate you without actually realizing they're manipulating you. It's like it is how they are. But what are you doing about it when you see that you're being manipulated? Uh, some witchcraft, uh, witchcraft is a line that uh, when it comes to how things like this happen, the people who make you aware of these kind of things, they always come with solutions. Uh, I can't say you do this, you do that to help you deal with it. I just need to know what it is that you're dealing with within the family so that it is easy for me to go organic on it than just. Uh, I have seen a lot of dreams and uh, visions whereby my family members are behind misfortunes through dreams. You see, when it comes to ancestors, the spirits, the guides, God, and the people that we're working with, sometimes a lot of their dreams they involve horrible things that are happening and with the family. Sometimes they are teaching dreams about things that could have been avoided or they could be avoided. So they're showing you people doing certain things that when we are looking in real life, I'm not saying this is you, I'm just going back to sometimes some dreams, they can just make us look at our family members in different ways if we don't look at them properly. Because ancestors, they have to make some things like, that one is putting things in your food, right? Or that one steals your money. Like every time you're getting money, they steal it. But there could be a message behind it, like when people are doing certain things like this, we deal with them like this, right? It is teaching in the dream. Certain family member like that, they don't, they're not saying they're doing anything that is going to be harmful, but be aware of them when you're dealing with them because they are likely to be like what we've shown you in the dream state, right? So it's for awareness. Be aware of. Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat. Let me show you a cat. Kitty. Let me see if I can show it to you nicely there. How do I turn this camera? Kitty. There it is. Ah, beautiful, isn't it? That was a kitty. But how does it climb up? That wall is too high. How does it go high up there? It's strange, isn't it? Anyway, so a lot of things, a lot of teaching dreams, they involve families and solutions. Aware of certain people without giving you a solution. Because if they do that, then you've got ancestors who are not good for you. and there are no ancestors who are not good for you. But the reason why I'm saying that is just I just want you to look at it in a positive way. Ancestors, they show us problems, therefore they come with solutions. When those dreams are coming in, it's either for you to be aware, it's either they are saying this is the solutions, it's either they are saying that sometimes we can do this thing to stop these things from reoccurring again, right? They don't show things for, like with no solutions. Uh, they don't do that. Uh, they don't do that. And uh, manipulation. Uh, I'll give you an example of manipulation that I was being taught about uh, something uh, about this kind of manipulation, which was the spirit of lust, right? To do with manipulation as well. But this manipulation was happening due to the recklessness, not the person manipulating the person, but the recklessness of the person being manipulated, right? So, ancestors in the dream, they will show you being reckless, and then someone manipulating you due to you being reckless, right? So you can't come out of that dream state and say people are manipulating you. No, you have to look at you and to see what it is that you can correct with yourself so that you don't get manipulated, right? Now, when it comes to witchcraft, uh, obviously they have to show you how to deal with it. If they are making you aware of witchcraft, they know how to help you resolve it so that you don't get bewitched, especially family members, because they are part of them, right? They're part of them. So how can they help you deal with their own people? You understand? They have to show you. They have to show you. Unless if they want to create, those kind of faction between families, which ancestors they don't do that. They wouldn't be coming to us if that's what they wanted to create, uh, to dissolve families. They're coming in so that we can unify, we can be one, we can remember, you know, we can survive as a family because we need each other, right? We need each other. So ancestors' messages should be about family unification, like uniting the family. So if they see issues that are rising, so they should come with the solutions, like do this, or we will do this spiritually so that this thing don't happen again. But in the meantime, you as a physical living person, you need to operate like this when you're dealing with your kin, you're dealing with your family members. Uh, remember, because it's very easy for people to come through us, to come in and mess us up if we are disorganized as a family. And we don't want that disorganized families. So for the fact that they're coming to you, that means they think you can bring some kind of positive thing within the family because they're making aware of certain things that we need to look into. Anyway, that is just that. Okay, I was replying to MA. Uh, Destiny exchange. When it comes to where you are uh, meant to be, uh, you'll get there. You'll get there. But due to manipulation, certain places might be reached later than normal. Meaning that instead of getting somewhere and reaching there within a day, it takes you 5 years to reach the same place that will take you a day to reach. Not due to the transportation. I'm talking about walking distance. You, while you're walking there, you stop in the middle of the road, you talk to people, you start seeing things that you're not supposed to be even entertaining. You take another day, you're resting more than you're supposed to rest. By the time you realize you're falling in love with some tree, or you're falling in love with whatever that you're observing there. And the next thing, a day trip takes you 5 years, right? But what I'm trying to say is that the destiny will still be there. I mean, where you're supposed to be going, the place won't disappear. It's just that you will take longer to get to. Uh, that's the only way that I can look at that. Yeah, that's the only way I can think of it. Yes. We're coming back to normal, isn't it? Gosh, I was feeling like I was losing myself with my this Sanusi room. I felt like I was losing me. I Sanusi or not, I felt like I was losing. Uh, you know, I felt like I have to Sanus. I have to Sanus something. Whew. Some of us love talking, Uh, this thing of being in isolation doesn't help us. Anyway, that is just that. Mm. We have been talking for 1 hour, 23 minutes. Tagoza Thelma. Ndawe Buya. Great to see you. We sing our people again. We are here, like I was talking about. I've been here for 1 hour, 24 minutes. Thelma is asking, Thelma, I'll reply to you when you greet me properly. I am a Sanusi, so I'm not Gogo. And Mbuya is reverted to cool. I'm not flexing, guys, but it is what it is. And as for Sanusi, I'll come and explain Sanusi when my people have explained it to me, for me to come and share what it means to be a Sanusi. At the moment, like as you see me, I'm just coming back from reality now. So that means I'll be able to share what it is that I have been learning as a Sanusi, and what it is to be a Sanusi. And I will explain it properly, what it means when they explain it to me. At the moment, there is no explanation that I can give you that makes sense with what I was learning and what was happening in my spiritual path. So I'll explain it in detail. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Teach us the language. Which language? Let me tell you, when I failed, uh, when I was actually so frustrated in my Sanusi phase. And when I'm now going to the language because Kunufal is talking about the language, isn't it? And I was sitting in an exam room and I was writing an exam, a paper in Sotho. Sotho is the language I speak, right? I was sitting there and I was writing because they were showing me, like, I think I know Sotho. But this face, the Sotho that I know is not the Sotho that I'm looking at, right? It's totally different version of it. Like I thought I knew spirituality, right? Because I was so frustrated that I was like, I'm tired. These things because I was frustrated with name, right? Because I wanted my name. I wanted a name. You see, now I'm no longer even mentioning it. There's no need. I'm content. So anyway, so uh, they were showing me my frustration. Now I was sitting down with an exam paper, but there's no name to it. There's literally no name, and no one can tell, even if I've written it, how they know that it is me who's written it, because obviously the information was related to what they're revealing in that room. My frustration, I'm there trying to write, and I'm reading. This is proper Sotho, and this is Sotho that I've never seen. I mean, seriously, I can say I speak Sotho, say Hananwa, Spedi, Setswananyana. Eh? Sesotho sa Leboa, Sesotho sa South, right? I mean, I can speak all this, a little bit of them, right? Because this is what I know. And there I've got a paper. I cannot convert. This is not Setswana. This is not Sesotho sa Leboa, like Sepedi. This is not South Sotho. This is not Sehananwa that I speak in real life day to day. But they're saying the paper is in Sotho. I, I, I. Uh, that was what they were doing. They were showing me that I think I understand the language, but the language, it is not the language that I speak, is not the language that I know. It's a different kind of language I'm speaking. And they're showing me that I think I'm ready, but I'm not ready because I can't even read this language. The Sanusi language, right? Uh, and recently they were telling me about, but this was nothing related to Sanusi level and stuff. Uh, it was because I was talking to someone about this spirituality, like I was talking. You know how sometimes even when you're no longer frustrated, you love talking about the frustrations, isn't it? What it was like, like how it used to. That one was just, it was just bad. Like you just want to talk about it until it goes in your consciousness, like you already dealt. Because like some frustrations, spiritually they happen, you see frustration, but you have to keep on talking about it until you can't talk about it. It's gone, right? So uh, my people were just showing me like, because I was having just a normal conversation. I was like, they're like this, they're like that, they're like this. How we like talking about this ancestor spiritual guys, the spiritual truths. Anyway, so they were saying to me like something like related uh, their reply about Limpopo being complicated. Being complicated. It is where you live. It is where you know that you know what is happening there, but it's complicated. That's the explanation. Oh, someone is ringing the door. Who is at the door now? Uh, okay, my battery is getting low, and someone is at the door. What is it? Must be a post. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that this spirituality bit of things. Uh, uh, is a is a different thing. Thelma, you can share a dream, but we'll want you to explain it yourself, like what you think you understand about it. It will help you because you're at the level where you're supposed to give us what you think you understand about it. So we just try to work with you. You're not go. You are. Oh wow, you are Sanusi. That was the disturbance. That was disturbing me. Actually, that was what was disturbing my peace. That the Krajamutua bit was disturbing my peace. Uh, and now I've allowed myself to know I am no Krajamutua. That is why I'm now enjoying my path. I'm no Krajamutua. That Krajamutua was affecting my sanity because I was thinking like. If you're saying to me that I'm a Sanusi now, that means I'm in the Credo Mutua level, because even the way that they introduce it, they referred Credo Mutua as well. And I was like, started to look at what Credo Mutua did and stuff like that. And, you can't help it comparing. Well, I was not comparing as in face to face, comparing myself with someone who's already passed. I was like thinking, I was admiring. And I was thinking, how the hell will I actually even get there? And start talking like the way Colin Woodward used to talk. And knowing myself, uh, I like being me, And I was thinking, do I need to start being like someone else, like behaving someone? Uh, Now I've accepted, it's just a name. It's going up. It's just a role that I came. But it doesn't change. It doesn't. Anyway, but I'm in peace with it. I'm in peace with it. I'm in peace with it. Uh, because sometimes these names they scare us. They really do scare us, especially if you you can't relate it with you know simplicity. It can scare the hell out of you. You know what I mean? It can scare the hell out of you. So yeah, that's where I was. But now, Ndau, we almost forgot to Manda. Ndau, bonjour, people. Uh, okay, so I was somewhere and how do I go to that? Uh, to the video. Okay. Uh, okay, I was somewhere and 10 away from Gayton Mackenzie, a parliament member here in South Africa. Okay. They pointed something attached to my dress, uh, a dead bed, and I cut it off. My take is cutting off dead weight. Uh, why Mackenzie is the Minister of Art and something, isn't it? Is it not? Why are they using him? I think the only time I became aware of him was like more as in listening to him speak. It was around that time when they were discussing this. I think Nsiki Mazwai mentioned something about what she thought happened. Feeling something that happened. I think that's the only time they attention to him. Why will they use him? Why do they use him for you? Why will your people use him? Uh, why him? Okay, you were. So what? How do you think of him? How do you think of him? Yes, that's why I want to know why him, because it's very important that they brought him. But what do you think about him? I mean, he's guiding you. He's showing you something that doesn't look right. Uh, how do you think about him? I was seeing when we were waiting for, because we want to go detective ways to understand Thelma's dream. I was shown for the first time, because in my dream, Donald Trump. Oh, maybe it's not right to talk about him. Let's see about this one. Actually, twice. My gosh, can you believe Donald Trump was sitting around the fire with me and somewhere in my village. Donald Trump sitting around the fire. I mean, seriously, what kind of ancestors are we dealing with, or spirits, or whatever that is helping us? I mean, seriously, how the hell would I even picture myself? I wouldn't even think about it. I woke up and I was like, hey, how do you actually even think about it? I know that it was a highlight, but seriously, could have used someone else. Like, I mean, seriously, I was sitting around with that man, and I like sitting around the fire. I mean, I'll never be able to look at the fire the same way because, ah, like, anyway, let's hear you, Thelma. Uh, they like using ministers and a famous person in my dreams. He's generous and helpful to the community, and he turned his situation around for the better and made it. All right, that sounds interesting. Now we got it. So he was showing you a dead bed, a dead bed. Why will a dead bed fall? Why will a dead bed be on? Take it. It's cutting it attached to my dress. A dead bed attached, dead, a dead, previously known as living, was attached to your clothes. Uh, where were you coming from in that dream? Where were you coming from in your dream? Oof, now it's getting chilly. You were coming from somewhere, but where you were, you collected that. But where were you coming from? Oh, was it in the back or in the back where you were sitting on it? Oh. I was coming from a very unfamiliar place. I went to fetch something on the way. I was in pajamas and was run away from the rabbi. As in rabbi, the what they call the rabbi, what is this Jew priest, as they were not supposed to see me in the gown. It was at the bottom of my dress, rolled on the dress and hooked by its clothes. Hmm. Coming from unfamiliar place, I went to fetch something. Uh, and the thing that you went to fetch, did you fetch it? Did you fetch it? Uh, the thing that you went to fetch, did you fetch it? Uh, did you fetch whatever that you went to fetch? This is going to be interesting. Did you fetch it? Whatever that you were supposed to fetch? Okay, you were in a Jewish conversation program for 7 years. Conversation program for 7 years. Uh, never completed the program, and afterwards, I was self-initiated. I didn't fetch it. Okay, and the priests were not supposed to see you in a gown. It was the bottom of my roll dress. It was the bottom rolled on the dress and by his clothes. Conversion. Okay. Uh, okay, let's go back. All right. And you think it was what? You were wearing a gown, then it is on your dress. Where did you pick up this? Where did you pick up this bed? Where do you think you picked it up? Where do you think you picked it up? Mm-hmm. What were you talking about with Gates and then? What were you talking about with him? Okay, didn't recall. Okay. You can only remember what he pointed at you. My dreams are still in non-speech mode. I just get feelings or visuals. But where did you pick? Where did you pick this bed? Because there's no point getting rid of the problem. Uh, what if it comes again? Where did you pick it up? What I'm trying to say is that there's no point taking, getting rid of like, okay, this is unusual. I'm chopping it off. Um, what if it appears again? Uh, you end up with the same, uh, even worse. Gosh, I should not think about it. When man told here. Um, since we are in Mandawi's room, and we are talking about dead end mass. Let me not say it like that because it might scare the hell out of you. But anyway, remember that it can be, it could be like what you're talking about, symbolic, like you have something dead on you that is not supposed to be there, but then it becomes part of your wearing. Then it's like where you have to cut it. How did it actually even become like that? You understand? Who did it like that? And if it is like a dead thing, you don't want to be seen walking around with dead things once, right? It is very, it's something that is not pleasant. I mean, if we're going in literal form, it is something that is not pleasant. If you were not even aware of it, someone makes you aware of it, that means it got to the stage where your awareness in real life uh, needs looking at, right? Because they brought in a famous person to show you what it is like. They have to literally bring it to you in that form that it is like serious now, right? Whatever it is that you put as part of your dress has got something that is not right, right? Which is not something, unless if we are decorating, we decorate with drawings. We don't decorate with living organisms. Plus, they are like they do. Because as I'm talking like this, I'm reminded of that singer who was wearing meat all over the body, right? Um, yeah, I was reminded. I just got that memory. But what I'm trying to say is that in real life, there's something that is you need to look at, even though you were being made aware of it, that you dealt with it spiritually in the dream state, but what is it that is happening in your life that is creating this? Where did you pick this bed? Where did you pick it? When did it become part of your something that you wear, your clothes? You understand? Where are you getting these clothes that have got this thing on them? You understand? Because if it is part of your dress, that means, I mean, how did you put something without realizing you're putting something that has something? Where did you pick that up? You understand? Where did you pick that up? So if I was you and thinking on the day when they showed you the dream, then you think about the people that you were communicating with in that day, what has happened, or you think backwards, what is it that I might have picked? I was meant to be doing something and somehow I lost sight and I picked up something I was not meant to pick up due to losing sight of where you were sent to do. You didn't do your task. Somewhere along the way, you lost it and then you came up with dead things on them. You understand? Uh, that is when we go to the spirit of lust. To get you doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, or putting on things you're not supposed to be doing, putting on. Getting yourself involved in things that they're going to create things that are not necessary. You understand? Because you were meant to do something, you didn't do it, you got lost, caught up in other things, and then you picked up things you don't need to pick up. And then the worst bit, you're wearing them. Right? You're wearing them. Even though you cut it off, what if that person doesn't come again to remind you? Right? What if they don't come to remind you? It is that important that they are making you aware of it. But you need to pay attention to what you're doing. You understand what I mean? It just takes me back to the last spirit of lust, where things are happening to you that you don't even know what they're happening. But due to you being what? Reckless, or not paying attention to your things. You not being um, you being taken by other things, like doing things you're not meant to be doing, you know, and then creating problems for yourself. Going around with stinking things. What? Where do they stink? I've seen that place, but I've never smelled it. Actually, I have never smelled one. Maybe when I go, they already lost that uh, smell. Just think about it as in properly with the things that are happening around you. So he just pointed and I looked and cut off the part of the dress it was attached to. Exactly. It's not something that is normal, is it? Uh, okay, it's a dress that I wore yesterday and wear it every other day. So what has happened in between? You understand? What has happened in between? Naturally, we don't see things like that. I don't see things like that unless if something has fallen on me, like maybe a bird was flying and it flew through your dress and it died while in the process trying to come out of your dress. It dies in it, and then that's when we'll say you're walking with a dead bird. But if it's soon in, that means someone took their time to even sew it, right? You must have given someone that time to not given them like saying do this, but you must have lost that sight that has created all the drama. Anyway, I got it from St. John's Church. Could be the strings recently got for my waist. I got it from St. John's Church, but I didn't need them. Okay. 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 Um, mhm. Eh, could be the strings. Okay, you're explaining something. It could be the strings I recently got for my waist. I got it from St. John's Church, but you didn't need them. Strings, but you didn't need them. Okay. If it came like that, if it came like that, and you get something, and then the next thing you're shown that, I will take it off because I'll think that if it is on the day, because my messages come on the day, I behave strangely according to my people. The message is very clear. That day they will create a drama around what have happened, so that I get the message loud and clear, uh, like you know, loud and clear. So that means whatever that I've done, look, now you disturbed our peace. We even have to start acting up to create a message for you. You understand? So it is like that. So situational, meaning that I can't deal with this now. Cut it off. Cut it off. But what my friend was recommended to get them by my hands, used by my hands. It was exactly a week apart. Okay, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight. Meaning that when you're meant to be doing something, like when you're meant to be doing the task that you're meant to be doing, certain things happen where you end up not doing what you're meant to be doing, and then in the process you collect things you're not supposed to collect, and you start putting on things that don't make sense, that you need to be corrected to take them off. You understand? So don't lose sight. Uh, don't lose sight. Yeah, don't lose sight. But if your friend does something, normally they don't wait around for a week to show you. If something was done, if you speak to someone, they talk about you need to get this and that. What they do is they give you the message right there and then. You understand? Because there's no need for them to delay it. But then, if something happens in between, uh, then it continues. Then they're gonna give you a message like, "Don't lose sight. Understand? Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight." Okay. Why do I look like I'm frozen? Have I frozen there? It's like I've frozen on this camera. Yes. Don't lose sight. We don't want to lose sight in the spiritual side of things, right? Because when we lose sight, our things get delayed, and uh, uh, we don't um, we don't get far. It takes us longer to reach our destinations. So don't lose sight. Okay, that's fine. And beautiful talking to you. Uh, Hello, Salkas. I hope you're enjoying the tea there. Oh, and yes, I'm enjoying my coffee. I'm enjoying the coffee. I'm enjoying the coffee, and hope you're enjoying me enjoying coffee. How have you been? Well, like an ambulance, we cry moving forward. Light work. I want to have a cup of coffee too, damn. Ah, ah, it's light work. That's what we do. And as well, like you'll be asking yourself, how come you just go and just sit down here and just like sitting down there, like what is happening? And it is like it's part of my journey. So look at me as a flower that is opening up nicely, right? Oh, hyacinth. Uh-huh. And that is me liking hyacinth from the Keeping Up Appearances. Richard, bring me this Richard. Anyway, that's not how she used to talk. But you just reminded me of that. The program I love so much, Keeping Up Appearances. What is happening here? Okay, I still have battery. But do I sound, do the volume, I mean, how do I sound with all these noises that are happening around me? Like I still sound all right because I kind of like being outside doing video. Like I can just, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I do, babe. With the sound that is the sound of cars moving, sounds of the wind sound and the birds and stuff like that. Does it affect how I sound on the video, or is that normal? Uh, why can't I say the things here? Okay, now I'm back. Uh, I meant the green flower over water. I'm not sure of the Latin name. You're well audible. Oh, good. Okay, good. Uh, uh, yes, I know that you meant the flower. Um, and I know you meant the flower, but as you mentioned the flower, I was thinking about the woman who was named Hyacinth because of the flower, uh, who I loved so much, an actor, an actress I loved so much. It's a pity. I love the sounds of these birds, but these cars moving, they disturb the peace. They make it difficult to enjoy nature. We are learning every day. Even I'm learning every day. Today I've learned about the ancestors with sticky beds on clothes. We learn every day. It's a new lesson every day. That's the beauty of spirituality, isn't it? So it's like that. But gosh, talking about the beauty of spirituality, it's good when we are just talking like this, isn't it? Gosh, I really was so frustrated in my. Um, I'm mentioning this because I'm going to mention it a lot now that I've gone past it. I'm going to mention it until it sticks. Uh, uh, so frustrated with being isolated, being spiritually isolated. Uh, It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Spirituality, as good as it is, but being spiritually isolated from others that you can, like what we're doing here, like you can share and talk about the journey, how it is like, how what it is like going on this spiritual path and the stages in your spiritual path. Not being able to talk about that is the most difficult thing, I think, um, in the spiritual bit of things. It's difficult. It's difficult. That one. Uh, uh, yeah. Gosh, I'm actually sitting down and let me just sit properly. It's like I'm lying down. Hey. But guys, the next thing you're gonna be seeing me is me watering the plants. That is what I'm gonna end up doing. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking I should be watering plants, but that's not what I want to do. Uh, I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to avail myself. I'm supposed to be being available. Uh, that is why I'm here. Uh, uh, kindly share what you think that is stigma, self-cause worries. Uh, explain more, because I don't know. I was talking about too many things. The stigma of what? The stigma of what? Uh, you mean about what I was talking about, the frustration in my spiritual path? Is that what you meant? Please do move with the. You just those people just want to see what plants are watering and stuff like that. You're not seeing that. So I was talking about not related to stigma. Oh, actually, let me talk about this. Actually, it's a good thing that you actually put it in that way. Uh, the frustration was not related to stigma, but I'll go into that because I think that is very important as well. If I look at it as well, in a way. Um, because this is me now healing. Thank you, thank you. You brought me back to life. Let's now bring this close so we can talk. Uh, not. Let's put it this way. So this is nice. Anyway, it is. I was talking about like when you on your spiritual on spiritual path. Let me think about it properly in the way that you phrased it. Um, self-cause worries, uh, the frustrations. Um, it was nothing to do with that. It was to do with being separated. Now, this was important that one has to be separated from the usual, because if you are around the usual, that means you're going to revert back to the usual. What I've noticed in my with me, what was happening was that I was taken away from the things that used to make me what I used to be. I was taken away so that I can concentrate more on the new path that I'm in. And if I were still holding on to what I was used to, it was going to be difficult for me to understand and move with the level that I was in. Now, it was difficult for me, right? The spiritual bit of things, the difficulty of it was, and the frustrating bit of it was that I had no one that I can talk to who could relate to what I was going through in my spiritual path. Like talk to them. Like normally I come here on live and I used to talk about my experiences, and I found the same people that are going through the same experiences and stuff like that. Now, if you're taken away from actually even reaching and finding the same people who are going through the same thing that you're going, then it becomes difficult. So you are meant to deal with things on your own.